So I ate a bunch of extra food to get a little bit of like some what's called body fat or something compared to like there's no fat on my body is one of those things that like then you're skinny and your muscles they just stand out like so much. But like I ate all this food because of having babies and stuff because I figured that like I need more calories or fuel for my body to like to choose what it wants to do with like the nutrients. Like I figured my body would just literally just right through the digestive system if it doesn't want it, or it might like really want and devouring these things. Like I'm starving, and my mom is basically the one that like brings me towards food and stuff. And that's it. My mom gave birth to me, and my mom still wants food and says that, like, you eat food, a lot of food, and like, and then if you're not eating food for a while, then at least you've got some body fat. Now, I'm like technically a nudist, and I always like to be naked, and I love it. Now, me, I'm naked. I love to be naked. I think that being naked is awesome, and like, I straight up love being naked. Now, I just realized something. When you lose your chance because of doing something like this, like because someone else, like I'm such a normal human or whatever, like I'm straight up normal. Like when you show up and I'm just like, he's so normal. Look at how normal he is. And just like, hi, I'm normal. Like this is normal, normal, normal. Like, I'm so bored, or like I need my like younger childlike innocence, and like this is called Jurgen's healing. Jurgen's ultra healing. What? See, this is the type of stuff that I'm going towards, because wow, because I'm about to have like perfect skin or something. Like Jurgen's like money back guarantee and stuff that says it's not about the money, but it used to be like only $5. I'll give you your $5 back if you're not satisfied. Am I satisfied with the smell of it? Yes, but I'm concerned about this because if you put on all this stuff to mask a smell and you actually smell one way, but you're like hiding it with a bunch of smells compared to like taking a bunch of baths or showers, I'm trying to figure this out. I think that like what I just said and like my videos and like someone that's like I'm interested in watching your videos because you're interesting enough for me or something. And so that like that's called being interesting. Now making weird noises like like I've got like this gift of like I can almost mimic a lot of noises and stuff, but not quite, but kind of like that. Like I've been doing a lot of vocal tests and stuff in cars with my friends, and like if you only get like a 5-minute clip of me and I'm going like super duper like this is what they call it. No. Listen, I don't usually call people's like coined phrases and like what they tell you to do. Like, I don't understand what this means. In our culture, when I'm going hard in the paint, is what they call it. Like, look at this. Like, I am going hard in the paint. Hi, I am going hard in the paint. Just kidding. You know, like, I'm not going hard in the paint. Like, I am some sort of sophisticated, cordial, Bible, go to church. Like, you can't behave this way at church, basically. Like, like, your church is just wild. Now, if you want to go back to, what is this thing? Why is it called that? Why? It's like, because, like, my own brain asking a question, like, see, that's called talking to yourself, and that's not that you're crazy. You like to talk out loud to yourself, or you like to think out loud. Now, thinking out loud and talking out loud, sometimes it's amazing to watch a specific civilian, like, sometimes you might make $1 million because you'd be like, I just have $1 million idea. Other times, it might be like, what is that noise? The blah, 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 blah. It's like blah, 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 blah. Like, it's some sort of like breakcore album from like, or just Vesuvius, Mountain Vesuvius. What is Mountain Vesuvius? Like Pop Quiz 101. Mountain Vesuvius? That was a volcano. It might be it's like either like something to do with like a giant mountain on Mars or on some other planet, or it's some sort of like Venus type of equation, or it says that like there's a volcano on our planet that luckily just stays like dormant forever or something. It says, now this, if you think like what I just did was weird, it's not weird. It's just me being like, I'm about to stand up and just start pelvic thrusting the air naked and just being super weird because of that. If a volcano straight up goes off and we've only got like 100 years left to celebrate, it's time to just start celebrating. That's called my birthday suit. And I'm in my birthday suit. And I'm ready to start celebrating and take advantage of like the couple of seconds that, aw, I just got like the best like invite from like the hottest, nicest girl that like I want to like I want to just have sex. Like I do. I want to have sex. I want to have babies. Like I want to have sex, the best sex ever. And so like kind of like that. Like I want to have the best sex ever. Now that's called no jealousy at all. It's just like if you can have the best sex ever, then good for you. I want to like see it happen. Compared to like that. You either want to see it happen, and you're like I really want to see the best sex ever happen, or I want to be a part of the best sex ever, and just sign up for the best sex ever. And so we need the right girls, the right like boys, and so it said that like the best sex ever, I might be like signed up for it because like I even start sweating and like my skin even starts sweating and stuff, and like because it's like something like just right to be like it's so hot and sexy and so like sweaty and just like the best sex ever. It says I need like a really hot girl that I've got a really nice smooth. My penis is nice. Now you'll just have to like take my word for it. For like if you want to show up with like your glove on and everything, to just like because you're terrified of like touching some other person's skin or some other person's penis. Now there's something called a virgin penis. That's a straight up virgin's penis that like straight up took like a million baths and a million showers. Now that's what I was until one day I decided to like more than just have sex. I decided to like pray to God and like God told me to like have sex, you know, and like I had sex. So like my penis though, as I know, like there's no STDs, there's no problems on it. It's super duper good, and we could go to the doctor together. But like I said, if you want to be like my wife or like be like let's have sex then with like a condom or just I'll put on a glove and like just go for it. But like I just want to salivate all over your penis. I want to give you a blowjob. Like I literally want that, and I'm ready for it. And like I'm so ready. Like some girl that's like I want it. Like I'm ready for it. Like I really am. And the whole like when I'm a little bit like that, like coughing because of somebody sneezed on me at the airport, it's called like as if Mount Vesuvius was about to go off. Like we need to rush to each other and have sex. And I'm gonna just leave it on that note, or like make more video. It's called like more video or like less video. It says, I know it's called like upselling yourself for sex. So my skin feels amazing. My hair feels even more amazing. My hair is like an elegant little angel girl that said that like, as you can tell, like what I just discovered in my hair on camera, it's like some sort of angel or like, look, there's like the heart, you know? Like there's the heart right there. It says that like, it depends on the lighting and the mood lighting and stuff. And like, I'm gonna take a shower. So like, let's take a small intermission. I'm gonna take a shower and then also comes jogging. So that like the body fat theory, like I was going, no, it's called like, how about eat more? Like what if I get a little bit fatter and then I've got like a little bit chubbier of cheek? You know, the muscles are still there. The muscles are underneath the fat, you know what I'm saying? Like, compared to like, the muscles, they might not be there anymore because of like, I wasn't working out and stuff. Compared to like, I do have muscles. Like, I have muscles, but some girls aren't interested in muscles. They're interested in more of this. My plushy husband. It says that like, well, is there muscle? And there is. There's a muscle. There's muscles, but it's like plushy and muscly. And it's like, well, I hope you enjoy your husband then. And like, your husband's videos and just him making videos for you and stuff. So that like, how many wives is a question now. Come on, God, like how many wives? And it says a lot of wives because it's a very important like time period for you to get girls pregnant, and it's time for Kevin Scott Pepper, this man right here, to get some girls pregnant. And it says it's a celebration because you're having babies, and you're not just there to like have sex and be like, you know, whoa, but like, oh God. So like this girl got me my first orgasm. Now this will make a girl that wanted to be my perfect wife, wanted to be my first time, feel much better about me, like, you know, having my first time, like, with Sarah Couture, a girl that was, like, you know, from Satellite Beach, Florida. Now, I never once made, like, orgasm noises. She never pushed me to, like, you know, like, and like my real wife, she pushes me into orgasm noises, and like, so that's it though. I've been pushed into orgasm noises by angels, and it's having sex with angels. Now I'm proof of I've had sex with angels, and they pushed me into orgasms, and like orgasm noises, and it was like beyond my capacity to even control it. I started like making orgasm noises and having like full body like pleasure and just the best sex that ever existed ever, period. And like I really like it. I like looking at their angel wings. I like looking at their angel wings and like seeing the perfect butt and like everything's like perfect. And I love it. And it's so beautiful. And the wings are so soft and so kissable and so nice, and just to kiss her back and like her head to like tilt back further because like she wants her hair to be on display for me, and like, and then I'm kissing her hair, like even sucking on her hair, like getting her hair wet, like so that like, and her vagina hair too, like her vagina getting wet for me, and like having the best sex ever, and just like, and it's the best sex ever, and I'm in love, and like that's a really good thing too. I'm proof of I've had sex with angels. Like sex with angels, that was off limits to like so many entities for a reason or something. It says that like I had sex with all the angels, that like all of the angels had sex with me, and it says that like that's what God told me, that the angels that actually had angel wings and like were real angels, and like they like, there's only so many of them, and they're really rare and really special. And it says that like, well, that's God of God saying that like, well, God of God speaking through me and stuff, and says that like I created all the angels and I created them for Kevin Scott Pepper to have sex with. This is like, that's what God of God said to me, and that's what God of God does to me, and that's what God of God did to me. And I love you. Like I love you, God. Like thank you, God. Like this last night I had like, thank you, Lord, like my God, like my angels, like the best words ever, and just at church already, and like praying, and like this video and like other videos, and just I know, I know. I've had sex with angels. Now that's really, 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 really amazing. Like I think I need to take a shower and realize what just happened. I've had sex with angels. Now that's really, 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 really special. And that's called like the surface area of this molecules on this bottle, that like something like that, like an angel that's like this, it goes up your butthole or something like that. And it's just that like, I'm not sure. Because that's it, playing around, like having a good time. You're not crazy, but like, look, it's like, hi, I'm smiling. Like, hi, I am really awesome. And I'm here to let you know that like, when you've got the right type of stuff, and you think that like this might be an angel, and then you're like, it might be an angel, compared to like if you draw on it angel wings and stuff and you make it become like a perfect angel, well, that's called the power of this. The power of this. I'm about to draw on this, and like I'm not gonna like spend too much time, like, because of that. Like why? Why not spend like so much time on this? And it's like, because it's just like something like that. Like I don't know what to draw or what's gonna happen, but like said that like I'm about to draw an angel on this, and like, and then said that like when I'm trying to make it smile or something, it says that like, well, there's, I already pre-planned this out, like the nose and then like the smile and stuff, and said that like, oh, like I'm trying, and then like the hair and like her perfect little like, see, I draw a girl. I don't want to be like kissing some sort of dude. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna draw some type of a boy. I'm not gonna make this thing some sort of a boy angel. That would be like a girl that's like making a boy angel on something, compared to like making girl angels as a girl. And says, I'm no lesbian, but like this is some sort of a girl. And like, I'm not sure because I already like made it like super duper different than my normal elegant self. But like this is called like the Jergens bottle angel. And then, of course, if I use this Jergens bottle to masturbate and I'm having sex with like Jergens fluid or something, and like, well, that's by definition perhaps you having sex with an angel, but not belittling yourself, but saying that like, well, I'm not sure either. What do you think? It says that like, whatever you just did, don't lie to yourself, and don't die, and don't go to hell, and like stay away from hell, like stay away from stuff that isn't like perfect God, and like perfect God supports you on your endeavor to have sex, and have sex like as if Mount Vesuvius was like still like going on or something. It says that like, and then when you draw this to be like a straight up girl with like a straight up vagina and stuff, and then you have like, her perfect legs and stuff, and like, well, that's me, like, understood that like her perfect butthole and like her perfect like legs and like everything about her being absolutely perfect. And so that like to take the time to draw perfection and to just know that like, well, I'm not exactly sure how to draw perfection, but like the rudiments of perfection means like slowing down enough to like focus on it to actually perhaps like draw like perfection. It says that like, so like her little toe would be like on the outside like that. It says that like her like medium toe and then like even bigger and then biggest toe and then little toe, medium toe, a little bit bigger and then biggest toe. And this is that like when the foot like comes down like that and like goes like that and then like her like knees and like um well well that's me like drawing a butt or something, and the girl like connected to it and says that like here comes the arms, and like arms usually like something like that that says that like, so thinking about it and like knowing like I have the ability to draw a girl, and like you'll get to see my drawing powers. Like I'm freaking starving right now. Like one of her hands maybe like touching her butt because that felt good for her or something. It says that like, so on her left hand her thumb would be closest to me, and then like on her right hand her pinky would be like furthest away from body. So it's just like, and then like it's not like professional, but it's like concept, and it's just that like, what the world? I basically got the freaking ass right like so well that like the butt and like, oh my god, it's so sexy. It is. It's like it's basically like sexy enough to be like the head of it though. The head of it just because like I should have like slowed down and like I'm not sure either. I mean, here it goes, like a bunch of hair or something. Like, what would I do to adjust the? Well, how about don't adjust it and just leave it how it is? It just so someone that's curious and like, what did you just draw? And it says basically a naked girl in a Jergens bottle, and it doesn't have angel wings yet. But I'm gonna put in like what I believe like the perfect angel wings, because then if you're staring at her back and stuff, and you can't see her eyes because her eyes are the part that like didn't exactly turn out like super duper. So how about this? I'll just show it to you now. Like, there it is. The perfect like stuff going on. It's like, well, the ass turned out nice, but that's not that bad. Like, that's pretty much amazing. But like something like that, it says that like, well, bon voyage, your happy masturbation or whatever, because like that's it. Straight up masturbating to this. And that's it. I used to masturbate to my own photos sometimes. Sometimes I'd even take like a picture of an elegant girl that said whatever the 18 law was, and said it like, and then the computer itself. Like some people get on a computer, they can't get to this stuff, like 18-year-old porn and stuff. Me, I type in 18-year-old porn, it shows up immediately. I start drawing pictures of the girls and stuff, and then I'm welcome to go off and masturbate to those pictures as much as I want. And that's one of those things that's like, well, it's not exactly having sex. Now, if you want a fleshlight, then welcome to plugging into what happened to some girls out there that are like, I've been banging dildos. I'm banging dildos, but it's in your name or something. Because, like, I'm looking at pictures of you, and I'm looking at you, and I want it to be you, but I'm banging a dildo. For it to, like, it's time for you to stop banging that dildo and get to have real sex. You know what I'm saying? And so that, like, real sex is so superior, especially with me because of this. The whole, like, the inside of my brain, my, like, the abilities to be, like, fast, to be, like, not even that fast, but, like, no, that's my creative outbursts. Like, real creativity, where like we can get like real creative sex and get like real fast, like like we're gonna have like the best sex ever and like stuff like that. And it's the best sex ever confirmed by me, because I know that it is. It's like it's gonna be the best, and you better believe it because that's what you got. So just label it as the best sex ever. Now it might not be the best sex ever though. We're like, well, it probably is. Something about the curved penis and stuff, and said like the curved penis absolutely turned out amazing or something, because like girls were like, it feels so good. They're like, I like it a lot. Or I think I love it or something. Like this whole Jergens theory, and like, so the angel wings, there's like a couple different ways to make angel wings. Now this one, I like went like that. And there's another way though, like even like putting it on with these as well. And like that's it. There's a thing called girls that like, I don't have angel wings, but I'll put on angel wings. And I bought angel wings from like Walmart to like fulfill your fantasy or whatever. Because like, I know, like you need like something from Walmart that's like something like real angel wings. And, like we can fulfill your fantasy of like angel wing sex and like all that stuff. And like you can like touch your feathers and like have like real sex and stuff. And says that like, well, this is basically one of the like, I don't know what to call it. Either like humorous would be the saddest like child right now, because like that's it. I'm not sad, but I'm so sorry, because if you're sad because of that, like he had a bottle of Jergens and like had some sort of an angel on a Jergens bottle, and so that like, well, you know, it would have been nice to be able to just have real sex instead of just like some Jergens bottle sex. But now you see it like from far away, pretty much something really sexy and stuff, and so that like from something far away, it looked pretty sexy. Now, this, what I just did to myself, my self-image and all that stuff, and like the boss would be like, you don't belong to pornography yet, but if you sign a bunch of contracts and end up in porn, what are you going to do about it? And it says, I don't think I want to sign up for that, because I don't want a whole bunch of penises and stuff and ejaculation and like stuff like that. Like, that's just so many different cum shots happening. It's like, when you're like, never sign up for porn due to that, because there's so many different cum shots and then stuff like that, where it's like, I'm entitled as a body to just right now just load up like so much different porn. And you might be like, oh, I'm trying to pay like $500 million to like get rid of all my old porn records and stuff, because I just want like all of my porn videos to be absolutely taken down off the web. And like sometimes videos just aren't popular anymore, like the whole Tommy Lee and like Pamela Anderson thing, where it was like, sure, there's a video of Tommy Lee's like 10-inch penis just like chilling out on a boat somewhere, like, and then the God blessed like Howard Stern's penis movement that said that like, you don't even know what you're talking about right now, because stuff like that, like you might have just like ruined your image by just like talking about us, because like we might make you like so famous, or like you might end up in Canada, or you might end up a rock star now. Like you're gonna probably end up on top of like some girl having sex, and someone's got a camera pointed at it, says that's KP, like Kevin Scott Pepper having sex with some girl, and just said that like, when you've got a sex video compared to like you've got your own mind's eye, when you've like, you've seen the sex, like they've seen Kevin Scott Pepper having sex with his wife, like they've seen it already, and they're like, I've seen you having sex. Now I'm in the future, I'm back in time where I already watched you have sex and stuff like that. And just said that like, welcome to your best friends and family, that like when you've got like the whole block owned, like you own the block. And when you're like, you're welcome to go outside and have sex as much as you want, but like, they're not exactly welcome to come to our block, because there's going to be a lot of sex, and maybe we don't even want them to watch us having sex on our block, compared to like stuff like that, like having sex on the block and stuff, and being here, they'd be like, you can't have sex on the block. You'll be put in handcuffs, and like then you'll be like, he had sex in front of like all of us, and I'm just like, I'm gonna have sex in front of God at church or something, and like, something about church and not being able to get erect, and just, it's kind of weird like that, compared to like, I went to the right church then, because I got erect at church, and it was instantly about angels and about goddess and about like wife and like children, and like, it was like, and I want you to have sex with this like perfect girl that's like perfect and stuff, and it was like, that's a really good church, and the church like hooked me up with sex, and it was like, thank you so much God, and thank you so much church, like I'm going back to that church, because like, if I'm not getting boners out of church, then I think that there's something wrong. Like there's something wrong, because like I'm supposed to be like having sex in front of God, or like having sex all the time or something, and like, not something too wrong though, but just said, well, I don't want to go to those churches, but I think I'm going back to the church that got me to have like straight up erect, totally erect. And like, luckily my heaven and my God, I was erect so many times at school that then the professor says like, will you please stand up and like teach us what you just like learned? And I'd be like, I'm sorry, or I should have said, I have a boner, I have erection. And then, who's the girl that like gave you the erection? Like, were you staring at her? And it was like, I just had straight up boners and straight up erections and just straight up like, straight up. And like when they're like stand up and like go to the front of the board, sometimes you just have to like stand up with your penis, or you're trying to like move your penis and like tuck your penis in, and that's like tucking your penis above like your belt and stuff. And like someone knows exactly what I'm talking about, because you like whoosh, you like slide it under the belt, and then you just stand up and it's like straight up. And that's it. I love you and I want to hang out with you again because like you're so funny. You're the truth about like sex, and like drugs isn't what you thought it was. Like you don't want to do drugs because it might jeopardize your ability to have sex. Now real drugs makes you like way out there on a level of like I don't even remember sex and like stuff like that, and that's real sad because it's like you just want to stay sober and sane and just amazing and just focus on sex. And like I'm not crazy, but like people sometimes are like you're crazy but in a good way. But it's like I don't know if that's a good word to call somebody because of the stigma behind it. Like you're crazy, and it's like what do you mean? It's like, well, how about Weird Al Yankovic then, who's like, something else, somebody else that like turned out so freaking amazing. I don't pretend to be someone that I'm not. And this, it looks like sex to me. Like, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me this time? You know, like, please, for the love of God, like, oh my God, like, what if it like, no, like, what if it wanted to like have sex and it was like, I want it, like, I want to have sex, like, how do I have sex, like, what, like, I wanted to have sex, like, I needed sex, like, I'm some sort of a girl, like, you can tell that this is a girl, and it's like, like, I want sex, like, welcome to sex, and like, oh my God, it even looks like a little penis, like, that's the balls or something, it's like, come on, this video rules all of a sudden. Where am I? 26 seconds and like 26 minutes and 20 seconds, and something amazing just happened to me. And like said that like I'm now like wow.